All right, today is Thursday, January 17th, and again, another profitable day for us over in chat. We've seen a lot of big, profits over in chat. Where were the big money makers this morning? The big money makers this morning was over on LMFA, and no, it was not at the start of the day right here. It was actually, you see it right here in pre-market. This is where the money is. Guys, I don't know how many times I have to tell you, and still some people don't listen. Wake up early. Sacrifice sleep for profit. Dek, I love sleeping though. Would you rather have $600? Yes. All right, then wake up. Dek, I live in California. That means I have to wake up at 4 a.m. Hey, I'm not sitting there forcing you to wake on up, but if I said, hey, wake on up, I'll give you $600, I'm sure you'd jump out of bed. The only tough thing is what? Is when you wake up at 4 a.m. if you're out in California, you sit there and then nothing happens, right? You get those times where nothing comes out and you're just like, oh, I could have slept for another 3 hours, right? I get that. I understand it. I'm on the East Coast, right? I'm New York, right? I'm New Jersey. So with that being said, I wake up at around 6:50. I get ready for 7 o'clock. I get ready for these 7 o'clock rips, which isn't as bad as 4 a.m. I understand it, but at the same time, if you guys want to make that big time profit, you guys are going to want to wake up as early as possible. Little side note: BIOC did just get a little pop. BIOC did just get a little pop up towards around $3. Now, LMFA, where did I get in on this play? LMFA, here's my P&L of the day. I am currently up $784 on this day. My big trade was LMFA. I made $585, and then I made TVIX $198. So I'm currently up $784. You guys can see right here, I got in on LMFA at what time? 8:02 a.m. 8:02 a.m. And then my other trade was during the market hours. But this guy is right here, 8:02 a.m. and got out at 8:05, 8:06. How amazing is that? Right? Sometimes I just got to take a step back and sit back and say to myself, I just made $600 in 3 minutes, right? Or 4 minutes, depending on how you look at it. So, it's absolutely insane that I can sit here as a 25-year-old in my apartment and basically, if I want to, be done with my day in 3 minutes. And that's a glorious thing about waking up as well early, guys. If you guys are out and you guys, don't want to sit here all day like I do, and again, I enjoy it, but, I get other people want to go ahead and live their life and do other things. Wake up early, trade for 3 minutes, make $600, go back to bed, right? That's an option a lot of people do. I could technically, if I want to, wrap up my day right now. It's 11 o'clock and I can get out of here. Or I could have wrapped up at 10 o'clock. But, obviously I love teaching. I love going over these things. But, that's, for you guys, it's the beautiful thing about day trading, how quick you guys can make money. How quick, $600, $700, $800 within the matter of about 2 hours, right? And these trades are in the matter of 3 minutes. So I got in on this at 8:02. Why did I get in on this trade at 8:02? Why? Well, LMFA came out with this news this morning at 8:01. So we know we want to be one of the first ones in on these plays. And how do we, get in on these plays so early, guys? We study. We study. If you don't study, you're not going to be successful. If you don't study, you guys are not going to be great. And that's why, again, once your subscriptions start up on tradecaster.com, you guys have over a 200-hour video library that you guys can study, and you guys will have all the knowledge I have. And you guys will have that all again to your access. So what do you have? You have keywords, look for in hot press releases. And we like to look for these keywords. And whenever we see one of these keywords, we know right away that this stock is going to be able to go on a nice spike and this stock is going to go on a nice move. And we talk about this all the time in our recap videos, right? And one of these keywords is completes, right? And we have completes. And, completes right here, 28. Completes is a very great thing, right? Because when you complete something, it could be you're completing a deal. You are completing phase 2 trials. You're completing your testing. You're completing an acquisition. If you have a 1,000-piece puzzle and you complete it, aren't you like, happy that's over, right? It's like, I did it. It's a very good sense of accomplishment when you complete something. So right here, we are very excited to complete this acquisition. And that's coming from the CEO, Bruce, baby. Big old Bruce, the CEO, saying, hey, we're very excited we're able to complete this acquisition. And when Bruce is excited, guess what? Investors are excited. And when the CEO is happy, investors get happy. Because the CEO, why would he be happy? Because he's like, yes, our company is going to be doing great things. And that makes investors excited because they want to be part of a company that's going to be doing great things. So what happens? People start buying into the stock. It starts ripping. It starts moving all the way on up. Now, I sold so early. That's my biggest con as a trader. I lock in my profits early. I bought in at, as you guys know, the price of 176 and 185. So I bought in right here at the price of 176 and 185. I believe that's right. Actually, it was right here. Right there, 166 and 175. And then I sold right there at $2. So I was going right here, back and forth. Going here, right here, back and forth. And, eventually it ran all the way up here. But I could have made a little bit more. Even if I held all the way to 240, I could have made a couple $1,000s. I had 4,000 shares. So while I was able to make about $600, could have made more, but I can't complain about $600. It's just something I'm working on, looking to hold a little bit longer in the future. I was still able to make, 20 cents per share, which is, very happy with 4,000 shares, not too bad. We're right around there. So I'll take it. But, I could have made a lot more if I kept holding strong. But the thing is, early bird gets the worm, guys. If you guys wake up early, that's where you guys are going to be very successful. So LMFA, this stock has what? A great press release. LMFA has 1 million in float, right? 1 million in float right here. LMFA has a great squeeze pattern between the 13 EMA and the 50-day moving average. LMFA is popping off in a market that we're seeing MBOT going to supernova, VHC running dollars, and what else do we have? A ton of other plays. CCCL was going on a nice rip yesterday. We saw TBLT run about $5 yesterday. We saw BIOC rip about $4 or $5 yesterday as well. So we're seeing a lot of good activity. Now, with that being said, guys, today has been a little slower, and that's why we have not seen that giant, real big rip today. Now, if I had to pick one stock, earlier I was leaning towards LMFA. And I was saying, LMFA, if this thing can U-shape on up, that's where I think the stock is going to have the best potential. That's where I think the stock's going to have the best rep. As of now, what stock do I think has the best potential coming up in the near future? What stock do I think can go on the best rip? I think it's going to be BIOC. So I think BIOC has the best potential to spike, before coming up over lunch hours or after lunch hours, somewhere today, right? So out of all the penny stocks right now, I think BIOC has the best potential to spike. I think BIOC has the best potential to get ripped. To rip. So we see a spike right here, a mid-candle breakout pattern, and a possible rip. Just a little heads up for you guys. It's moving up right now as well. Everyone knows a mid-candle breakout pattern, right? You guys should, again, know the mid-candle breakout pattern. If you guys do not know the mid-candle breakout pattern, you guys definitely have to be, watching our video lessons on those. Those are absolutely crucial to be studying the mid-candle breakout pattern so you know exactly what to look for. And again, BIOC is an excellent example of the mid-candle breakout pattern. So make sure you guys are studying our lessons. Now, with that being said, guys, if you guys don't know, a mid-candle breakout pattern is basically when the stock goes on a big-time spike, little crash course right here, comes back down on a red data mid-candle of the initial spike, and then it starts progressing on upwards again. So BIOC, I could definitely imagine this, continuing up at least, up all the way up to around 375 or so, especially as it's starting to pick up a little bit of volume. So we're going to keep BIOC on watch for the rest of the day. BIOC, keep this bad boy on watch the rest of the day. This is kind of separating itself from the pack as, one of the best movers today. All right, so let's, keep BIOC on watch. With that being said, what else is my other trade? My other trade today, as I already showed off, was TVIX. TVIX, that's not even a stock. That's an ETF. Now, again, why am I playing ETFs today? Well, because I really didn't see much volume in the penny stock market other than LMFA today. So that's why I was leaning towards the SPY. And as we know, TVIX is an inverse to the SPY. So I was saying to myself, what? I was saying, SPY, this stock has had about out of the last 9 green days, 7 green days in a row, or out of the last 9 days, 7 of them have been green, 2 of them have been red. We also hit the 50-day moving average yesterday. It is holding up very well right now, but I could imagine very simply, a lot of red coming its way. So that's why I was leaning a little bit more towards TVIX, and I was just going on a quick scalp. If you guys are wondering when did I get in, when did I get out of this play, well, let's check it out. TVIX, Again, I averaged down on this play because I had a rough first entry, and I'm going to be doing a lesson later on tradecaster.com on averaging down this afternoon. So I bought in 500 shares at 47 bucks. Then I bought in 1,000 shares, averaged down at 47 or 46.59 and 46.57. So my average price was 46.70, and then I sold at 46.85, 46.87, and 46.86, and that brought my profit up to a $200 gain. So 198.45 to be exact. All right, so that was that. But I got in at 9:54 and I got out at 10:04. So I got in at 9:54. That's when the whole thing was dropping on me. So again, I got in, and that's why I averaged down, because the whole thing started dropping on me. And then we U-shaped on up, and as it U-shaped on up, right here, TVIX is where I got out. So TVIX, again, got in on this drop, got out when it rose back on up right here. And then again, eventually dumped right here, and it got a nice spike. But I was just doing little scalps. I'm just looking for little scalps and nice little moves on up. So again, I wasn't really going for anything crazy, just looking for some good activity, and I was able to do that. So again, the reason I was going off of that is really just because the SPY just hit a 50-day moving average, and every time it usually hits the 50-day, 50-day big red day, 50-day big red day. So 50-day, I'm expecting a red day even tomorrow then for this thing to drop on off and start turning, or possibly this afternoon into tomorrow. We'll see. But regardless, I think there's a lot of potential on that one. So I'm going to keep that one definitely on watch. But BIOC, definitely kind of where we're looking at right now, seeing where this play is going to be going next. It's been a solid day. Again, right now, about $800 in profit. Total of $784. Very exciting. Another Thursday, up about $11,000, $12,000 for the month. Keep on killing it, and we are not slowing down anytime soon, baby. We got this, and we ain't going to slow down. We're going to make that profit every single day. You know it. Ow! So again, awesome job doing it all on the Dekmar Trades Lobby on tradecaster.com. Great work today, team.